The tragic story of Les Miserables, told through its music and powerful characters, captured the hearts of audiences.
It's fantastic. The voices and the actors are just unbelievable.
We've seen it in 6 major cities, and this is absolutely the strongest cast we've ever heard. Every time they start to sing, both of us get goosebumps. They're wonderful. Valjean steals the show. He's magnificent.
This world that always hated me.
He is Broadway veteran Randall Keith, who performed Les Mis 3,000 times during its national tour, 2,000 of them as the inspiring Jean Valjean, and now at the Arvada Center.
To play that character every night is just incredible. It's one of the hardest shows I've ever done, but it's the most worthy show I've ever done also, so it balances out.
Keith was handpicked by producer Rod Lansbury, who auditioned more than 800 actors in Denver and New York.
From that, I can tell you, the entire cast, with the exception of one, is from the Denver area. And that one person is an amazing star in his own right, and I was so thrilled and slightly intimidated when he agreed to join us for the role of Jean Valjean. Randall Keith is an amazing performer.
But Keith says it's the entire cast that moves him.
It's an incredible cast. I can't believe the talent here and the sound of just gorgeous singers.
And when an ankle injury sidelined Keith later in the show's run, it was a talented local understudy, Drew Frady, who stepped into the role of Valjean for a time. But on opening night, it was Randall Keith in the spotlight. And after 4 weeks of intense rehearsals, the time had come to share it with the public. News of Les Mis boosted season ticket sales, prompting sold-out shows and the addition of extra performances.
Enjoy the show.
Preview shows and reviews by newspaper critics brought accolades. But there's nothing like the electricity of opening night. And as patrons arrived and prepared to take their seats, actors prepared to wow them.
The reception that we got last week during previews was just unprecedented, and I think it's solid. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful show.
You can feel the energy. They are into the moment and the characters and relationships from the very first note of the show.
And so it was on opening night.
Right, my girl. On your way.
As the story unfolded, the audience found itself absorbed in the moment.
Give the letter to me. It is none of your business. We've a husband at home and a bit on the side. Is there anyone here who can swear me for God? She has nothing to fear. She has nothing to hide.
Against the backdrop of the barricade, the melodic story of these downtrodden peasants struggling to rise above their misery brought tears to many.
Monsieur, don't mock me now, I pray. Is I enough? I've lost my pride. You let your fond send me away.
The tragedy of Fantine's life intertwines with the injustice of Valjean's.
This is all I have lived for. This is all I have known.
He takes such an incredible journey from beginning to end of the show, starting out as just a broken man in prison for 19 years, what he believes falsely accused, and society will never let him get past that, even though he does finally get out of prison. And his journey is just one of self-discovery and sacrifice and learning to put himself last and put other people first.
In his name, my task has just begun. I will see it done. But Monsieur Mayor, take her to the hospital. But Monsieur Mayor, I will see it done.
my approach from the very beginning was to try and bring back the details and the heart of the story. And so I watch, and there are so many little pieces that they keep, and the audience sees it, and it takes them even farther with the show.
At intermission, the audience confirmed the approach was a success.
It's amazing. It's one of my favorite shows. Just to see it come alive here at the Arvada Center, it's great. There are no words to describe it.
It's marvelous, marvelous, wonderful. Great talent, great singers.
I saw the play in New York, and I was interested to see how it would change being on a much smaller stage, and I'm quite impressed.
The Arvada Center's 500-seat theater brings the action up close and personal for every audience member, and it inspires the actors, too.
Especially in this theater, this is a very intimate show. I mean, it's always been billed as this epic, huge, but it's not really. It's character-driven, and to be right there with the audience and being able to see the reactions and see the response is better than any other situation with this show.
You just hear people all around us just oohing and ahhing and just clapping like crazy. It's just a fantastic show.
This is an absolute affirmation of all that the Arvada Center Theater Company can do and can do best.
Usually when you see a production like this, you know, somebody, you go, well, that was nice try, kid, try again next time. There's no weak characters here. Everybody's fantastic. Every single character has this great voice, great stage presence. What a cast.
I'm tired, I admit it, but I am so excited. The cast has been a joy from day one. The show has become so much more than I ever hoped it could be, even beyond what I really dreamed I could do with this show. They've made it all happen. And this team, from the production staff, the crew, the designers, everybody, day after day, when we would work and change and adjust, they were right there. And I think we've created an amazing piece of theater.